Right, so the next day, he wakes up, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I can just smell a brekkie, yeah. Lindsay's in the kitchen, she's cooking. And you know what? I forgot exactly how much I missed that smell, you know. Because when you're in jail and that, you know, the brekkies are just snide. And sometimes you get your brekkie the night before. It's like one of the little snide variety packs. But it's not even like real Kellogg's. It's just proper snide, like Sunblest and crisp rice and all. And they don't even give you milk. So just, you know, look at the difference in that. So I can smell it. I can just, that gaff just smells of a brekkie. And it reminds me of like when you're a kid and you go out on a Saturday night. And then you come back and you've been flying all night and you just wake up like proper like lost about 4 stones from, and you can just smell a roast, you know, like in your Mars when you're a kid. And you know what, it was just boss, it was like dead homely and just proper boss. And our kid, yeah, he's bailed because he was with me last night in the party, man, he like the welcome home party thing. So he was there and he ended up talking way out of it because he was going to slap me, man, he or combo me or whatever, and I deserved it, you know, I deserved it. So as we were walking around, I've half blended it, just like making them laugh, making them laugh, making them laugh. And it was like, no, it was like being on death row. It was like being on death row, just knowing you're just getting your head punched in any second. And I weren't going to fight back with him. I told you that earlier, didn't I? Because I deserved it. So it is what it is, isn't it? And you know, he's up $1 million in cash. Because I took the 200 to give him the milk, you know what I mean? So he's happy. But, you know, I didn't buy him off because I never told him about that until he didn't do nothing to me. You know what I mean? Once we had a hug out, and we were all sound again, that's when I hit him with it, and I was like, sound. So my face is just still intact, yeah. That was a proper belt of results. So I jumps in the shower, goes downstairs, and it's just the heaviest brekkie I've had in years just waiting for me. And know what, the sausages were proper snarl at me. So as I'm eating it, I'm just thinking, you know what, all things are spinning through me. I know things I've been thinking about while I've been in jail all the time, and you know, I'm out now. And as far as I'm concerned, no one knows him out except for like the family who were at the party, do you know what I mean? It's only like a close knit people who know him out because I haven't even said nothing to no one, I haven't spoken to no one like that. So I'm just sitting there and winding myself up with things, winding myself and thinking, you know what, I've got some unfinished business to take care of here. So may as well make a move now and get the element of surprise, do you know what I mean? So phones our kid, I'm like, lad, what is? He's like, what is? He said, why are you in the mood? I said, what? He said, why are you in the mood? I said, what are you on about? He said, lad, I'm on you. I said, what you mean? He said, how do you know? He said, lad, I'm on you. Because every time you start with what is, it means you're fuming over something. And he knows me so well. So I lowers my phones down, like so no one can hear me. And I walks out, goes like in the hall and that. So I said, lad, I said, I need to do something, you know. I said, something's been proper playing on my mind, lad, every day for years while I've been away. I haven't even told you about it. He went, lad, he went to do with that kid. I said, what? You said the kid, you know, the brother you put night. I said, yeah, lad. Now he doesn't know the full story, do you know what I mean? He only knows what I've told everyone. And I kept it like dark, you know, like just in case anything happens, or he got grabbed by the old bands, you know, someone got an inclination or a little whim or something like that, or whatever, he just grabs him. So I never told him, because then if he doesn't know, there's nothing he can say. Not that he would anyway, but, you know, just, it is what it is, because, you know, our kid, he's like, if he did know, and he caught him slipping a bit, he'd go down fighting, and he'd take as many as he could with him, do you know what I mean? So it'd be absolutely carnage, and, you know, even on his brother, it's not really his business. It is his business, but it's not though, because these aren't messing around, do you get me? These are like, you go on night off these defos, so it's a different like kind of game, do you get me? He said, there's your bed in? I went, yeah. He went, so we can't go there? I said, no. He said, where do you want to meet then? I said, I don't know, lad. He said, do you want to be in the cafe? I said, the cafe. He said, no, it's not the worst brekkie ever, lad. Proper major calories, lad. I'm just, lad, I feel like going to kid. He goes, what's your house? So I told him, he goes, lad, you are a fat mess. He goes, you're a fat mess, lad. You got out of jail. You got a six-pack. You have another six-pack for years. I'm like, lad, six-packs are seasonal unless you're unhappy, yeah? If you've got a six-pack all year round, yeah, that means you're not happy. I don't care what you say. You look good, but you're not happy inside because you're starving. So he says to me, all right then, fat boy, do you want to be at the gym? So I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll do a little gym session, you know what I mean? Just like work it off and just get all the shite out of me, what I've been eating, you know, like the night before, just all partying and all that. So I said, yeah, I said, give me 90 minutes then to let this settle down. And he's like, all right, go outside, I'll see you there. Then I said, go outside. So I'll come back in and Lindsay's potting around, she's like tidying up and all that. Next thing the door goes. So I'm thinking, who's that? So opens the door, and it's the granddad. I'm like, yes, Pops, what's happening? So he's come in, and he's like, proper Sammy. Now, the thing is, right, I can't lie to him, do you know what I mean? Because you can't be trusted in one thing, and then not trusted in another thing, because that's integrity, isn't it? So, I've already got in my head, if he puts it on me, and looks me in the eye, I'm just going to have to answer him. I know for the best, you know what I mean? But there's no way I'm lying to him. There's no way I'm lying to him, do you know what I mean? And it's just not happening. It's just absolutely not happening, do you know what I mean? I've got absolutely no stain on the relationship with the granddad, apart from I just done his grandson. But do you know what I mean? You know, how can he know that? He won't know that. It's impossible for him to know that. But then see these people, see these old timers who've just been through everything there. they've been through everything, yeah, they've just seen people like me come and go their whole lives and all that, and I don't even want him to say it to me, do you know what I mean? So let's just see what happens. And he's looking at me and all that, and he's proper sad, and I've been speaking to him all night before, we're on the bevies and all that, and he said to me, I need to speak to you. I said, why, what's up? He said, I just need to speak to you. So my arse just fell out, right? And I'm thinking, no way, he's been waiting for this time, he's been waiting to like get me on his own where he can like put it on me and on my head spinning, I'm just thinking, this is going to be proper every day. So we go in the room and it's just me and him shut the door. So as we're talking, he tells me something and I'm like, what? Weird. And he's like, listen, this is what's going on. And I'm like, no way. Now what he told me, I'll tell you in a minute, you know what I mean? But I need to just get this out first. So he said to me, he's betrayed me like he betrayed you. I said, who? So he mentions his grandson who's night, yeah. So obviously it's a touchy subject. Is he trying to trick me? So I open up to him, or what? So I says, why, what's happened? So he says to me, I'll be back now, and gets off. So he goes to the big house, like the mansion. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? Like, I don't know, I haven't been told nothing, no. Now, this is years ago, obviously, because I've been away for years, so this has got to have been before I went away, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Obviously. 20 minutes later, he comes back, and he's got a shoebox, and it's just full of all kinds of paperwork and stuff like that. So I said, yeah, give us a look. So I've opened it all out and had a little look, and I was just like, it took me less than 5 minutes to see what's been going on. And I'm like, oh, you little rat. Oh, you little rat's ass. Get on this. The little slime ball's been robbing his granddad's bank account, yeah. His dad's and Lindsay's as well. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, just in shock. I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, I would never, ever have thought that of him. He is a bellend. He is, you know, we didn't get along and all that, but that is another level. That's just another level. And the granddad got on it. What's happened is the granddad said when he got on it, I was away, you know, after the kids had been put to bed. He said, so straight in his room and all that. He said, I just found all kinds. He's like, yeah, look at this. And I'm just like, oh my word, because, you know, Lindsay, she's got a room in the mansion, and so's he, which is like the forever home, so like in case they ever need to come back home, whatever. But wow, mate, I'm just like, no way, absolutely no way. So he's found all kinds after he's died when I was in jail, yeah. And when I say all kinds, I mean like proper all kinds. Just off what I can see so far, there's over $500,000 missing just off the granddad. So I'm like, no fucking way. No way. And he's going to be, lad, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I'm like, what? So I've looked at like all kinds of receipts and, you know, like estate agent things. There's a 3-bedroom detached, there's a rangy, and just some other stuff. But I'm thinking, I've never seen a rangy. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen him in a rangy, or, you know, I've never seen his bed in a rangy, and I've never heard of the house. I've never heard nothing about it. It's just absolutely brand new to me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like I'm half in shock. Just thinking, you little rat, you little rat. So I remembered the address, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to fly up later and have a look who lives there, innit? So the granddad just reeling all kinds off, says to me, you never trust him, did you? I said, no, Pops. I said, he was a rat, and I know he's your grandson, but, and he went, but what? I went, I said, you know, I don't want to, and he went, but what? He said, let's be honest, Thomas, if you wouldn't have done it, I would have done it by now, no matter what. I'd have got him done myself. And I'm just like, boom, we just locked eyes, which was me basically admitting it, without me admitting it, do you know what I mean? I'm not even going to start all that, what are you on about, I'll just leave it at that, do you get me? So at the exact right moment, it could not have been any better, phone rings, and it's our kid. So I said, Pops, let me just take this. He's like, come on, lad. So Van said, I'm like, what's happening? He's like, lad, what do you mean, what's happening? And I went, what? He went, where are you? I said, I'm in the house. He went, lad, are you messing? I said, what? He's like, lad, you meant to be in the gym. I was like, oh, shit, kids. Oh, lad, I forgot. Sorry, lad, sorry. I said, come here instead. He's like, lad, are you messing? It's the opposite fucking way at the gym. I'm like, oh, lad, I know, but you're going to have to just come to my house. There's a change of plan. He's like, Sam, what time? I said, I'll tell you when you get here. He's like, all right, lad, well, you know, I've started on chest and arms, so I'm just going to do that while I'm here. I'm like, go on, Sam, lad, see you soon. So I've gone through all this stuff, and I've grabbed a few things, what I need, you know, like a few bits and bobs. And I'm thinking, so what, I can't believe this. So Pops gets off, he's gone back, he's doing whatever he's doing, he's got something to do. So I've come back, and I haven't said nothing to Lindsay, obviously, do you know what I mean? I'm just in shock. How could he do that? You know, he didn't even have to do that. So when the kids absolutely smashed it, he'd smashed it from birth, you know what I mean? You're robbing off your own family, who put you on the map, literally from birth, silver spoon, boy. What is going on? How can you stoop that low? It's your family, it's your immediate family, you know. I know sometimes people rub off the family, like, whatever, but what are you, lad, you know what, he's knocked me sick. He's knocked me sick. I'm not even joking, he's knocked me sick. Even when he's brown bread, he's still knocked me sick. That's how much of a rat he is, you know what I mean? And it's not like he's biting the hand that feeds him. He chewed the arm off that fed him his whole life, the little rat. You know what? I feel like digging him up and just re-putting him back to bed again, the little rat. Next thing our kid knocks, so I just grab my jacket, give Lindsay a kiss, and she just looks at me and says, "What's up with you?" I said, "What's up with me?" Nothing. And she's like, like she's just looking at me like, not in like a snarl way, just like in a friendly, like, you're up to something sort of way, do you know what I mean? So me and our kid jump in Lindsay's Bentley, and as we're driving down the path, I'm like sort of asking him a little bit of info and all that, just like the basic outline, do you know what I mean? And our kid is absolutely fuming. I'm just telling him all kinds, and he's fuming because he looks like he has that suit, you know what I mean? Because real sees real, doesn't it? And, you know, Dave clicked as well. It just is what it is. That's just how it is. And he's just like, what? I'm like, oh, lad, listen to this. Telling him briefly about the house and all that. And he went to me, "Lad, your mate's got an estate agent, hasn't he?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "You know what he has?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I go there now." He went, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "He'll know more than me." He's like, "Go on, Sam." So he flies down there, gets his mates and all that. So goes in, talking to him. I said, "Lad, get on this." So I told him a little bit about it and all that. So gives him the address of the gaff that's being bought, yeah. And he finds out, like, it finds all kinds out. Who's bought it, what estate agent sold it, and like what solicitors, do you know what I mean? So I'm just like, that's proper heavy, that. Don't ask me how he knew all this, he was just on his laptop, and he was like, bam, 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 bam. But what? Nice one, lad. We've got all kinds of details, right? And now it's investigation time, isn't it? As I'm walking out, I thought, you know what, I need to piss here. So I said, "Let me go outside." He's like, "Go outside." So I run to the bog, and as I run to the bog, there's like a little room, there's like the main office where they all are, and then there's like a little room, like not a hallway, but you know, it's like a little room, and then the toilet's in there. So I've gone in, had the piss, and I've come out, and there's a sign, you know, like them signs what says for sale and all that. And I'm thinking, do you know what? Here's a proper box like this. So I said, "Like, is a t-shirt, any t-shirts with logos on?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a few there." I said, "Yeah, I guess too." He's like, "Oh, lad, what are you going to do?" I said, "Nah, nothing like that, nothing like that." I said, "I've just got a little plan." I said, "I need to just figure this out, lad." And he's like, "Go on." I'm like, "Lad, there's all kinds of all riding on this, you know, lad." He's like, "Go on." I said, "Listen to me, you know I'll box you." I said, "Lad, I'll box you when I get to the bottom of it." He's like, "All right, go on, sound." So we've got t-shirts now with the logo on, and we've got a sign, what's like, you know, the for sale signs. We've got one of them as well, what you put on like the front guard when you like bang it in, you know, with a post. So as we're getting off, me mate writes all the details down, give me a piece of paper, and I'm like, "That's a belt of that, that's a proper belt of that." You know, we found loads out, you know what I mean? So our kid says to me, "So what's the plan, lad?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I just got this mad feeling, you know, what didn't even cross my mind." He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Lad," I said, "Yeah." I said, "I need to start at the beginning for you and just tell you everything that's going on so you understand it." He's like, "Well, go on." And he said, "Lad, it's like, we're like an hour and 5 minutes away from where we're going. So, you know, we've got time on that." So I'm like, "All right, sounds." He's like, "Let's start at the beginning." I'm like, "I will do." I said, "But lad," I said, "you know, there's loads to this." You know, he's like, "I know there is, lad, I know there is." I said, "All right." I said, "Well, do you want to drive then?" He's like, "Go on, sounds, I'll drive." So I said, "I'll swap place then, and I'll just fill you in," you know what I mean? He said, "So what happens if you take chase?" I said, "Lad, if you were going to take chase, you wouldn't be in the driver's seat. Let me tell you that right now." So he's like, "Lad, you're mad, you." I know what you mean. He went, "Like the last chase you had, people were bouncing around in Lacoste trackies with Rockport on." Ben was just burst out laughing, and in my head I thought, "I've missed this, you know." But I must have said it out loud, because he looked at me and said, "Lad, pull yourself together," getting all emotional on me. "You've defo picked the soap up in the shower." But then, like, this is weird, like, now I think about it, but as soon as he said that, I've remembered the kid he was padded up with, and I thought, you know what, I had his number wrote on my leg before I got out. It was in a Sharpie pen, like, you know, like a permanent marker Sharpie pen, and it's been days, and you know, I've had like 4 showers or something like that, so I've looked and it's gone, and I'm just like, shit. But I did give him the landline to the mansion, so, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So our kid, think of it from his point of view, he just sees me pulling me tracky left leg up, and just says to me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Lad, shit." He's like, "Lad, what are you doing?" What a weird random thing to do. So he said, "Lad, I had some kid's number on my fucking leg from jail, and it was like he signed that, so I've lost it, lad, it's gone." He just looks at me and says to me, "So meaty man than you are picking us up gave you flashbacks to of your pad mate." No matter what I say next, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. So I just gave off a sarcastic laugh and just changed the vibe. Right, lad, from the beginning, turn the radio off and just get in detective mode, a little snitch wobble. So he says to me, like, dead serious, "It's a nice day, innit?" I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "You put the roof down?" You're messing, lad. I said, lad, are you messing? He went, I'm not driving around the roof down in his car, just me and you in the car. He's like, it's convert. I said, it doesn't matter what it is, lad. I said, you look like a mushroom. He's like, what? I said, lad, you look like a mushroom. I said, it sounds like you're going to burn the passy, but not just me and you bouncing around in a Bentley with the roof down, looking like absolute mushrooms, lad. He calls me, lad, you're weird, you're weird, what you get it for? I said, I never got it, you got it. And he's like, oh. I said, lad, listen to me, it's a bird's car. I said, it's a bird's car, it's a belted car, but it's a bird's car. I am not bouncing around the gaff, lad, just in the streets of Liverpool, lads, with me and you in a convert with the roof down. Get a grip yourself, lad. I'm like, lad, can we start the story now? He's like, yeah, go on. He's like, lad, from the beginning. I said, I will. I said, I'll start from the beginning of what happened on the night. He got bonneted and he tried to kill me. He's like, what? He went, lad, I fucking knew there was more to this. I said, lad, well more, but I couldn't say nothing to you, like, because you were on visits and you would come with Lindsay. And then, like, you know, that time when you come on your own, lad, you just proper flipped on me. And he just went, what? Just proper mood change. And he went, what? He went, lad, I flipped on you. And I just changed his mood. I said, lad, I'm only messing. I said, what do you know about, lad? I said, chill out a sec. But I can see he's like having flashbacks. So I just like face palm myself and thought, that was well too soon to joke about it. He's like, lad, fuck you. Are you messing? He said, well, I don't know what you're going to do. I said, well, he went, lad, you'll hit me with all kinds, like 3,000 words a second. And like, he'll convince you it's my fault. Well, it's not happening. So I said, what are you on about, lad? What are you on about? And he's like, what am I on about? And yeah, I said, what do you mean? So I'm laughing, and like he starts laughing too, and he says, lad, I've seen it my whole life, but yeah. He said, lad, you fuck up, and then you blame other people, and he just ends up saying sorry and accepts the liability, lad, when it weren't even them, it was you. And he wasn't even there, lad. You're just a weird, horrible, manipulative piece of shit, and you just freestyle people with like 5 million words a second, back them into a corner, and just make them believe it's you. You make them believe that you're not at fault, and it's them. And he's like, you've only invented on the spot. He said, lads, proper narcissism. Lads, you'd shade the narrative, and it's just not going to work on me. So I'm just crying, I'm just laughing my head. I'm just thinking, what's he on about? But in the end, I'm thinking he is 100% right there. But, you know, I've never looked at it like that until like right now, but you know what, he's got a point. So I'm like, lad, stop bringing up old shit, lad, just let me get this out before he ends up getting to this gaff. Thomas, you're a bellend, lad, you're an absolute bellend, lad, you know I'm right. I'm like, alright, I know, I'll give you that, lad. I said, chill out, you know what I mean, let me just start this now. He's like, go on, I'm listening. I'm like, lad, I know, we'll listen, just make sure you listen, because you're always listening, but you don't hear me, yeah? So what you need to do is you need to hear me. So while we're all pointing problems out and all that, that's your problem, lad, that's your problem, yeah? So I'll point it out to you and back at you, lad, yeah? You always listen, but you don't hear me. So hear me on this one, yeah? Because, lad, this beef isn't even started yet. I swear it hasn't even started yet. He's like, go on then, lad, what are you up then? So sounds alright, sounds. So what I done was I took him back to the night when everything happened, yeah? From when I first spoke to the granddad until a few weeks later when they tried to do what they did to me, yeah? I said, lad, I was only with the granddad, yeah? And he pulled me to the side and just said this to me, get on this, lad. I wanted to be careful. I'm like, you want me to be careful? I said, why? He said, come here, lad. So I'm thinking, okay. So I'm getting close to him. He said to me, now, this is his grandson. Do you understand me? His brother is his grandson. He said to me, just be careful about him because he's got a bit of a side to him what I don't like. And I'm like, what do you mean? He said he can be a bit of a sly ass. So I'm like, okay, now I've been told by these doormen as well. Now he's telling me. So if this fella's telling me, that's what it is. Do you understand me? So he gave me a heads up and I know what, mate, I was glad he did. That was the difference between me getting put to bed and not getting put to bed was his advice. So a few weeks have gone past, let's just jump a few weeks past. This firm comes to the club and they're every firm and they're just like, you know, blah, 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 blah. So what happens is, I'm like, alright, I'm like, listen lad, whatever. So we're all standing on it and the brother's standing on me and all the doormen are standing on me like, but little rat, they were in on it. Oh, you little rat, mate, get on this. So the end of this night, one night, I comes out and we've locked all up and now, you know, everything like that. As it comes out, this car just bonnets me, hits me at about, must have hit me about 40 miles an hour. No shit, right? No shit, it must have hit me about 40 miles an hour. I was fucked, mate. I was on the floor, I was fucked off it. So I've got up and as I've got up, I've seen them getting out the car. And they've had like pistols on them and I can see they got pistols on them. So I've been hit, but where I can sort of have, you know, get away. So I've just scrambled, right? I've scrambled and I've thought, these aren't here for this club. These are here for me. And here's why. Because they never even showed the attention to the club. Yeah, who are these? Who are these people? Yeah, how come they're coming for me? I knew here and then
that this was me getting it. This is it. I'm getting it. They're trying to get rid of me. And I've ended up scrambling to my car. I've got in the car. I've ended up taking proper chase. Just like, absolutely flying down this motorway. Just like proper hurt, right? I had a broken rib. I had a ruptured spleen. I was proper hurt, heavy. It proper got me. I had a broken knee. I had a broken ankle. I was proper done. It hurt, right? I had a fractured wrist. I had a fractured elbow. They proper got me, do you know what I mean? But I just managed to get away. And I got away because I was in an M5, right? So I was in an M5, yeah. You are not catching me in an M5, mate. Let me tell you now, you're not catching me. I don't care what you're in, you're not catching me in an M5. Flying, I end up getting away and I get away. So I'm on loudspeaker, I'm phoning the dad. He's like, who was it? I said, I don't know. I said, I've never seen them before. I said, they come straight for me. And I'm thinking, this is going to put a wedge in between us now because he's going to have to pick sides, me or his son. Yeah, obviously he's going to pick his son, obviously. So he's saying to me, get back to the house now, come to the house. I'm like, all right, sad. So I've ended up getting back to the house now. He's got that much though. He's had 2 doctors or nurses. Like, they were birds, but they were either doctors or nurses, you know, they sorted me out. So I'm just like, I'm proper fucked, mate, I'm fucked, right? So phones Lindsay's got round there, and then the son's coming, right? And the son's been like, oh, what happened there? And you know, when you're looking at him, and he's like, half laughing at you. He's half like, laughing at me, do you know what I mean? Just to say, ha. So I'm just thinking, lads, I'm thinking, you little rat, mate. I'm thinking, you little piece of shit, yeah? And it took his time on it. He sat me off. He played the long game. Do you get what I mean? So I've blended it. I haven't even said nothing to him, but I know quite well. I 100% know it's got something to do with him because the granddad told me, one of the other dads told me, and just the circumstances what led up to it. I know it wasn't to do with the club because they didn't do nothing to the club. They just come straight from me, and I don't know them. I've done nothing to them. Do you understand? So there's something to do with him, Hardy. Now, what the silly little boy didn't realise is I know who his enemies are. I know who's after him, I know who's going to do him, I know who the heavies are. They're not my mates, but I know they are. So I thought, so I ended up getting recovered and recovering. You know, I was out the game for months. By the time I got myself together and I'm back on my feet again, it's been about 4 months, something mad like that. Because I was proper hurt, you know what I mean? Like, proper hurt. Lucky I didn't die, do you know what I mean? Now, you know, a car hitting you at 40 miles an hour, it might sound like it's a lot, but, you know, the way I just landed and I wasn't expecting it, I just ended up getting proper hurt off it anyway. Probably could have even been more than 40 miles an hour. I'm just going, but if I guess, could have been 50, could have even been whatever, do you know what I mean? It's been a horrible road to recovery. But the dad's had me back, you know, Lindsay's had me back. And this lad, he started making moves on my graft, while I hadn't been there, because he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Because all the people who I'm working with, they're on the phone to me, telling me what's going on. He said this, he's trying to do this, he's trying to backdoor you with this. And I'm like, all right, I said, just do what you want to do. They're like, lad, we don't want it, you know, whatever. I'm like, all right. So they've all stood on for me, not all of them, but some of them were rats, but some of them were sergeants. So he's took half the punches off me, you know what I mean? And he's laughing at me, but I'm just thinking, all right, sounding lad, I thought, all right. So I haven't even said nothing to him, I haven't fluffed an eyelid. I was like, said, Maz won that in, and he's coming in, these little rats sitting there talking to me night after night, and he's like, I brought you a drink, you know what I mean? And his head, he's just like, ha. That'll show him, you know what I mean? Because I'm wasting the first night I met him, didn't I? But in my head, I'm like, lad, you are going night, yeah? You're going night, lads, and you don't even know it. So he's like, so I'm back on my feet, and I'm starting to go to the gym again, and, you know, it was a proper heavy road to recovery. So goes to shop, right? I guess this burner. Little 40 quid phone, burner, yeah, puts a new chip in it, bam, and just text these kids, right, because I had the number anyway in my other phone, because here's how I had the number. They phoned me up one day, arguing, looking, whatever, because something had gone on, but it weren't nothing to do with me. Now, I'm not a shithouse, I just said, listen, that's nothing to do with me. That's this other firm, that, you know, they're nothing to do with us. Now, you might think, oh, lad, you blew them up. Well, listen to me, they were going to do us. I'm not getting done for no one, yeah? Especially if it's nothing to do with me. So I had the number. Now, whether the number was still the same number, no one knows, but I had the number, because I saved it. So I said to him, what are you up to? I'm talking to the brother, I'm pretending I'm his mate and all that, right? And really, I'm just thinking, lad, I'm going to be at your funeral soon, mate, and you know what, you deserve it. So we say, well, I'm going to the gym. I said, yes. I said, what time are you going to the gym? He's like, I'll be here, so I thought, sound. So I just text these kids. Now, the gym where he went, it was miles away. It wasn't around the area, so it took him like an hour to get there, because he was out the way, do you know what I mean? So I've just texted this firm, this postcode of the gym, where the gym was, you know, the address of the gym. and what time. Said he's going to be there. Never said nothing else at all. As soon as I sent the text it's been delivered, I've seen it's been delivered to the delivery port, I've just ripped the chip out, lashed the phone, got rid of everything, yeah. Sounds, whatever. So he's gone to the gym. I'm standing there, I'm with Lindsay, we're all sound, I'm talking to the dad and all that. Now, the kid should have been back by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah. It's got to 5 o'clock, no one's there from his phone's off. I know what's happened, I already know what's happened. Right, I already know what's happened. So, next thing, Busy's come to the house, to speak to such and such and such, the dad, yeah. So he told the dad, listen, there's been gunshots fired about an hour ago, and wherever he's been, because what he'd done is he'd gone to the gym, but then he met the bears after it, and he took the bears somewhere. So they've seen him do it, and followed him, yeah. That's why it's been that long. So the Busy have come, as soon as I've seen the Busy car, I was like, I knew quite well, there's no way it's not that. So I'm all pretending to be shocked, I'm like, oh my God, but I haven't said nothing to Lindsay or the dad, or the granddad, I haven't said a word. I just knew myself, do you know what I mean? And he knew, I knew, and I knew, he knew, I knew. But I never said no, I just blended. So he thought he's funny, yeah. Night, night, you little bellend, see you later. Simple as that, lads. You want to start playing rat games like that, lads? The rat got ratted, see you later, lads. You're the type of rat, even rats can't bear, mate. So have some of that, yeah. Night, night, kids. So he's out the picture. The funeral's in about 3 weeks because he's had to go for an autopsy and, you know, the reason he's died and all the rest of it like that, So we ended up at the funeral and that, Lindsay crying her eyes out and I'm crying my eyes out, but I'm not even crying, I'm just proper blending it, right? And I'm just blending it, I'm just blagging it. But I pulled it off, the dad's looking at me, I can see the way he's looking at me. He's not looking at me, he's suspecting me because he didn't know that I knew. He didn't know nothing about it, he just didn't know nothing about it. As far as he was concerned, it was a hit on the club. Do you see what I mean? I've blended over time like it was a hit on the club, but I knew it weren't. So he's been brown bread, the son's gone, night, night, see you later. Our kid like, no way, lad. So that's why the receiver's in the car. Now, remember when he turned on him, I was on a visit, and he said he seen the receipt. He knew it was me, but didn't know it was me, do you know what I mean? And he couldn't like think why it would be me, because he only knew what he knew until right this second, do you know what I mean? So now it's all making sense, I can see his brain processing, and I'm thinking, what's he going to say now? And he's like, lad, that was absolutely genius, apart from leaving the receipt in the car for like 3 weeks. Lad, you had 3 weeks to move and you didn't. I said, I know. He said, lad, and then what, you ran the Busy over, you got remanded, proper schoolboy out of that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, not half, lad. And he's like, lad, no wonder your head was gone. I said, lad, imagine being me then. I said, lad, I sat there for years, just every day, just thinking, if she's like starts ignoring me, then someone's going to be on it, and what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that? I said, lad, then like all kinds of people just did me with all kinds of madness, lad, my head just went. You know what I mean? I said, lad, you know me better than anyone in the world, lad. I said, lad, my head just went, lad, and then like, you know, I've just been a bellend, lad, I've ended up saying that to you, and lad, you know what, honest to God, lad, I'm not getting emotional, lad, but lad, I am a little bit, because lad, I deserve to get wasted for that, and I was expecting, lad. I said, you know, but, you know, I'm glad, lad. I said, because it would have changed things, like where I still love you, because I'll always love you and all that, but he goes, me, lad, shut up. I'm like, boys, like, lad, just shut up, stop talking shit. So then tell about the conversation with the granddad before, and like, he showed me all kinds of receipts and all kinds of stuff like that, and our kid just went to me, lad, they are all defo, we're on a defo, and I'm like, exactly, lad. I said, I told him, do you know what I mean? I said that to him, I said, and guess what? You know what? I said, lad, one of them's Lindsay's ex. He's like, lad, he's defo in on everything. So I told him about his brother, like, robbed the granddad, robbed the dad, robbed Lindsay, probably robbed the ma, probably robbed everything he could get his hands on, only if he started digging in deep and all that, but you know, it is what it is. So our kid's just like, lad, that's proper heavy. I said to him, I said, proper heavy. So our kid said, lad, I will bet my life they've been robbing that club. I'll bet my life that them books will not match. I said, lad, I'll guarantee it. And I'm like, no way. He said, I didn't even think about that. So I mean, I said, I didn't even think about that. So he says, who out of them knows you're out? I said, no one. I said, no one at all, only the family and that. I said, whoever was at that party, they're the only people who know. I said, I haven't told anyone, lad. I said, honestly, lad, I said, because I knew what was going to happen, and I knew it was going to be the element of surprise. I said, so I need to move fast on it, lad. I said, you know, and obviously you're with me, and he's like, lad, let's go. He's like, let's go. I am down for anything you want. I'm just like, it's right, lad, let's go. So he's like, lad, we're a mile away from this gaff for like 2 minutes out. He said, what's the plan? I said, I don't know, lad. I said, you know, they could just be innocent people who live there, lad, you know, with kids and all that, so let's just play it cool. He said, sounds. He says, here's what I'll do. He said, I'll put the for sale sign up, and I'll knock, like I need them to sign something or approve something like that. He said, you just stay in the car in case someone recognises you, and then if they do,
Then we lose the element of surprise on me. I'm like, lads, sounds, boss, let's go. So he pulls up, he jumps out, grabs the sign and knocks on the door. So this old woman answers the door and he tells her the house is going for sale. She's like, it can't be, my son bought me this for a retirement gift. So he says, oh, sorry about that, love. What's your son's name? And I can check it out, yeah? Can you open the garage for us, please? She's like, what for? He says, I need to see if there's a marker on it. So she's like, oh yeah, okay, sounds. Absolute genius move. So the woman comes out, yeah, owns the garage, and guess what? Guess what's in there? Ooh, it's the Rangy. She's got the house and the Rangy. So our kid just thinks fast on his feet, phones you up on loudspeaker and says, hello mate, it's Rob. I'm on site now, can you check the property out for me? So I'm thinking, yeah, sounds. So going to like professional voice mode and all that. I'm like, hi Rob, what number are you at? And he's like, I'm looking at this number and that. So I'm looking round and I'm no shit, I see a house with a for sale sign up. So I said, Rob, is that the wrong house? It's number such and such. So he's like, oh my God, love, I am so sorry. It's for number such and such. And she's like, yeah, well, they're moving away. They're moving to Scotland. Absolutely blends it. It couldn't have been any better. Literally couldn't have been any better. So he comes back to the car and he's saying to me, lad, get on this. So he's got the son's name and he's got it on paper. He's got it all wrote down. So I'm like, give me that. Looks at it, yeah. What name's it? Yeah. Only Lindsay's ex-fella's name. Yeah. Easy owns the house. He has proper took the piss with the brother in a way that cannot be forgiven. It cannot be forgiven. So guess what now? Now we need to go and pay the solicitor and the estate agents a visit, don't we? The solicitor and the estate agents are proper in on it. They've got to be. They've got to be paid backhanders to fiddle it. There's got to be. There's no way you can do it without it. But I'm thinking in my head, I need to speak to the dad first, just in case, because the granddad could be mistaken. But then I'm like, you know what, overruled, the granddad's not mistaken. And I know the dad doesn't know about it, I swear it, I just know, because it's just weird, isn't it? Why would he do that? And so I'm thinking, you know what, I need to just check something here. So I downloaded the National UK Bank app, it's called Wells Fargo, because multimillionaires don't use fucking normal banks like we know, do you know what I mean? So I've downloaded Lindsay's bank app, so that I phoned Lindsay. I'm like, what's the password for your bank and like all the things you need? So she tells me and doesn't hesitate or question me, but she says they'll ring me because there's a one-time verification because it won't be on your phone and it won't be a registered device. So I'm like, okay, sounds. She went, so log in and then it'll send you the thing, it'll send me like a verification and then I'll phone you up and I'll give you the verification. She's like, it'll be instant, it'll be proper instant. She went, you know, don't worry about it, it'll be instant. But I can tell that she's not alarmed or nothing, but she's like starting to think, what's she on about? Not because I've got a bank account, because she's not asked for nothing like that, because what's mine's hers and what's hers is mine. It just shows that she's got well more than me for once in my life, do you know what I mean? So she's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah. I said, I just need to check something for us. She's like, what do you mean? I said, I just need to check something. It was like a little surprise. She's like, oh, sound. She went, sounds excited. She went, to be going somewhere. I said, maybe when my tags run out. I said, you know. She's like, oh, sound, babe. So she tells the thing, you're going to put the password in, and everything sound logs into the account. Get on this. So I look at the sale date, yeah, go to the transactions, I look at the sale date, going back, and there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? So I thought, let's go back a bit, you know, like in case it was agreed earlier, and then, you know what I mean, come on. So far, it's 215 grand, that's 30 grand payments, yeah. One to the estate agents on the paper and one on the solicitors on the other paper. And like these accounts, they're not even like business accounts, they're the personal accounts. And I know for a fact, because the names are on the paper, who own the companies, and the reference on the payments is my name, like as if it's something to do with me. So it's blended, because Lindsay would have just like thought it's something to do with me, and I was in jail like for parcels or something. She doesn't question me ever, and like, you know, she must be thinking he must have had like something, whatever. Now, normally if you pay like a business, you'd have to use this machine. You get like a machine with your account and you stick your card in and that's for a verification code, and the machine generates a verification code. But if you're paying family and friends, it doesn't. So I can half see why he's gone round it that way. Do you know what I mean? So I'm on exactly what's going on. He's just been like, listen, I can't pay your business account, but I can pay you personally. Do you get what I mean? The little rat ass, mate. And these two are defo in on it, because they know the script. They've got business, they know the script. So they'd be like, yeah, sound. Who do you think yous are? Going against the family like that, yeah? You little rats. Now, you've got to remember this, before I was even in jail, I didn't even know about it. The little slimy rat has been robbing everyone blind in front of our faces and then started to get me put to bed. You know what? I'm not even messing, right? I swear it, right? That kid. Mate, you know what? These are getting it. These are all just getting it now.
Man's got hands like stone, built his kingdom all on his own. Looks to me like like I don't belong, but I ain't scared to prove them wrong. Then she run, tell me swing, tell me break, tell me bleed, if that's what it takes. Loyalty don't come with the price, I'd rather die than roll the dice.